bad strength. We know it's a real thing. I'm not gonna lie, but you know, I feel like I've been through more. I've had to be through more trials and tribulations, and just so you know, that's the way I look at it. But that doesn't always mean. Okay, Juliana's coming out hot, very fast.
Red gloves for Juliana, blue for Gillespie. Nick Sim is our referee. Second fight of State Line Rumble 4. Matt Lacasio and Chad Walters with you.
Juliana's having a high pace right here, and she's actually being pretty accurate. She's landing her body shots. She's landing her head shots as well. Gillespie seems to be trying to counter, but not. She got a good body shot there.
Right in front of us now. Good
counter kick. Yeah.
There's a couple of nice strikes from Juliana.
The way that she looks away when Juliana punches her is not a good sign, because if Juliana, they're right in front of us now. She's just hunting her down, as I thought she would.
It's interesting because
good jab.
Having seen so many amateur fights, called so many amateur fights, the tendency is to just go full bore, right?
Yeah.
She's being very measured and, like you said, working it out first.
Yeah, surprisingly, yeah. And normally she would just go all out, but now she's being very much more. Yes. Yeah. And there's a close head kick from Gillespie. Juliana has to be careful, but Gillespie is drowning
right now. She's wilting, yeah.
Yeah,
the pressure's a lot. She keeps sticking that jab in her face.
She's not comfortable here, and the way she keeps turning away tells me a lot. But she's tough. She's definitely tough. She's firing right back. Look at her. She's shaking her head.
Nah.
Yeah. Juliana must not be hitting her hard enough, but
she's hitting her a lot.
Yes, that's for sure.
And for the first round, very good start here for Juliana.
Yeah, it's probably about 2-1 to the strikes thrown right now, and the accuracy from Juliana is pretty high right now. She doesn't look like she spars me harder than this. You know, she is actually being much more controlled than I've ever seen her. So that is very impressive.
Yeah, she just kept marching forward and putting the hands in her face, working that jab. I mean, great first round for her.
Very good.
Like you said, the footwork and the positioning of Gillespie was a little awkward. I don't know, what would you call it? Like you said, the turning your head and
it's just
turning your body when you're in the center of the cage.
Yeah, she's just reacting to everything that Juliana is doing rather than trying to be first and fire first. And, you know, Juliana didn't even look that tired at the end of the round there. Gillespie doesn't look very tired, super tired either, but she looks like she's battling some demons right now in her head. But I can tell you what, I look at this girl and I think she's tough. So,
yeah, she's been a martial artist for a long time. And so you don't keep going and continue to compete at this kind of level unless you're.
And you can't do it without the skill either.
Absolutely,
you can't survive in there without the skill. So, you know, props to Gillespie for staying strong in that round and trying to fire back as much as she could. We'll see if the second round's a little different.
Yeah, and the shaking her head at Juliana tells me she's mentally still in it. She's not backing out.
That's huge. That's huge, to be honest, because sometimes you look across the octagon and they look defeated. Oh, good hook there. She caught the leg there.
Couldn't find the strike after catching the kick.
Oh, she caught her with a right hand.
Yep.
She's definitely staying strong here. She's not breaking mentally, and she's firing back really well. So Juliana needs to be a little bit smarter about how she attacks if she's going to continue to counter her strikes like that. But look at the way that Juliana's pressing forward. She just looks like she's just doing this like it's freaking every day. Like, I do this all day, every day. I don't know. So it's pretty good sign from Juliana, but at the same time, you never know what you can get countered with.
Yeah.
That's good.
There's a nice little combination by Juliana.
Inside low to the jab.
Back here.
Spinning back fist.
Nice.
Very nice.
Very nice counter off the missed right hand by Gillespie. Now starting to put something behind it a little bit.
Yeah. Juliana's just flowing right now. Now she's starting to get into the power.
Look, she's landing. Unanswered punches now. 5, 6. Marching forward. Big right hand.
And Juliana looks like she can do this all day long, to be honest.
Yes, Gillespie's definitely frustrated, and they're not able to enact her offense.
Not at all. There has not been 1 second of offense, like pressing forward from Gillespie in these full 2 rounds.
On her bike a bit, no choice with the pressure from Juliana Renicki.
Good body kick.
Ooh. Another fantastic
good
round.
knee. A knee back from Gillespie and a jab.
Look at that.
I think Gillespie's best weapon is the jab right now, and if she could use that a little bit more and pump that jab out consistently, then she might be able to keep Juliana on the back foot a little bit.
Like you said, the counters weren't necessarily there for her due to the pressure, and so work the jab, right? Try and keep that pressure at bay a little bit and get your offense going.
Definitely. I mean, that's it, but right now Gillespie is looking actually pretty in rough shape.
Rough shape, yeah.
Yeah, like she's not doing well in the corner right there. She looks like she's breaking, but
a little bit.
I think that body kick might have hurt her a little bit.
Yeah,
when she went back to the corner, she was holding her rib.
Look at that right hand here.
Oh, that was a good one.
And the knee
followed
up the
by
middle.
the knee.
Yeah. Right, that one made her duck her head, so that one probably hurt.
Followed with a 2-3-2 from Juliana.
Yeah, Nick Sim talking to her. She's ready to rock. What a warrior.
She still looks like she's struggling mentally, but and Juliana looks strong.
Yeah.
And so she better be willing to pull something out here.
Oh, she came
She
out with
can't
the first
turn
strike,
away.
but the pressure is just too much for her. She's fighting hard, though.
And as you can see, Juliana's not even putting everything into these shots, and she's just controlling the
Very
fight.
accurate strikes, making sure she hits the target.
This is a prime example of the great coaching that she's been receiving from Gus and Seth that are right next to us. Seth is all about controlling his power and hitting you with small shots and then a big shot at the end. And so she is just enacting all of the techniques extremely well right now.
The pace and the pressure is very, very reminiscent of these two guys that are coaching her. And we'll see that later tonight with both of them in the same line.
That was a good kick there.
This could be the end. Nick Sims
Great
taking
body
a look.
kick. She might finish her here if she doesn't do something drastic. She's just eating shots here. Juliana's looking for the finish in every way.
Big right hand there. Starting to cover up, has her against the cage, letting her weapons fly. Not much response from Gillespie.
She's just not giving her a
Now
chance
here
to
comes
answer.
the clinch in the knees. And Nick Sims steps in.
And that is the fight.
Wow.
Honestly,
3-0.
Juliana goes harder on me than she does that. Like, that was impressive to see her control her power like she did in this fight instead of just trying to go crazy the whole time.
Well, she landed a ton of significant strikes.
Yep.
And definitely was the, like we said, the pace and the pressure was just too much for a very game Cynthia Gillespie.
Yeah, she was tough, but
yeah.
the pressure was just too much for her.
By the way, ladies and gentlemen, a couple of familiar faces in the red corner.
But honestly, I had the feeling that that's what was going to happen because, like I said, I've trained with her. I'm a professional. I'm a man, and she's difficult for me as well. So it's not. There's no joke there. She's definitely going to. And I'm going to say this after the decision.
Stopping this fight at 122 in the third and final round of the scheduled 3-round bout. Your winner in the red corner, Juliana Renicki.
Now, I just want to say, I'm in the gym every day, and I see Juliana training every single day, and the way that she's dialed everything in is it's reminiscent of a professional fighter. This camp, she dialed in her nutrition and lost a bunch of body fat that was just kind of straggling around, and she couldn't get rid of it. She finally found the right nutritionist, and she got rid of that. She's in the gym every single day. She's training with